Who are the stakeholders in an ethical problem? Imagine you're making a decision that could affect many people. Who do you think should be considered when figuring out what's right or wrong? That's where stakeholders come in. In any ethical problem, stakeholders are all the individuals, groups, or entities impacted by the issue or who have an interest in it. They include anyone whose rights, well-being, or interests are connected to the decision being made. Recognizing these stakeholders is a key step in making fair and responsible choices. Stakeholders can be split into two main groups. The first group is primary stakeholders. These are people or groups directly affected by the issue. For example, if a company is deciding to cut jobs, the employees who might lose their jobs are primary stakeholders. Or if a new health policy is introduced, patients and healthcare workers are directly impacted. Primary stakeholders often face the most immediate consequences, whether positive or negative. The second group is secondary stakeholders. These are indirectly affected or have an interest in the issue but aren't directly impacted. Think of suppliers, government regulators, advocacy groups, or even society as a whole. For instance, if a factory pollutes a river, nearby residents and environmental groups are secondary stakeholders. They might not be directly involved in the decision but are affected by its outcomes. In ethical decision-making, it's important to see stakeholders not just as passive bystanders but as moral claimants. This means their rights and interests should be considered fairly. Sometimes, different stakeholders have conflicting interests. For example, a business might want to maximize profits, but the community might want environmental protection. Balancing these interests requires careful thought and dialogue. To identify stakeholders, start by listing everyone who might be affected. Think about different perspectives, including those who are less powerful or marginalized. Consider both short-term and long-term effects on each group. For example, a decision that saves money now might cause harm later. Ethical frameworks like stakeholder theory reminded us that we have moral duties to consider all parties involved. This includes responsibilities to society and the environment, not just economic interests. When we recognize all stakeholders, we can make choices that are fair, respectful, and responsible. So, in any ethical problem, stakeholders are all those whose lives, rights, or interests are touched by the issue. Whether they are directly affected or just have an interest, understanding who they are helps us make better, more just decisions.